Hi there. I have to say that this book is like a fucking masterpiece. It's amazing. I don't know if you, this is the second book in the Locket Tom trilogy. The first one was Gideon the Ninth, and for me it was amazing. I mean, these books have like a very special language and a their very own unique way of narrating this story, and it's like once you are inside the book it's amazing because it's both of them are unique in the way in which they narrate this story, in the way in which they relate to you, and in the way that there is like this big picture with a lot of moving parts and little side stories and lots of character growing, and it's amazing. I mean, I read the first book when it came out, and there's still lots of parts of this book that I still remember as if I had read the book yesterday. And as probably you know that when you read lots of books, there are some books that completely fade into nothing, and then there is books that you remember snippets, and there's books that you remember like almost everything. And Gideon impacted me in a way that I remember like almost everything that went on. And the ending of the first book it destroyed me. So I wanted to read this one as soon as it came out, and I have to be honest here and say that at the beginning I was a little, throw out of my pace because it's like it narrates like three different timelines, and you got no fucking clue about what's going on, really going on. So when you began reading the book, I was like a bit like, okay, but what the hell? But I was feeling lost, but I knew that I was feeling lost because the author wanted me to feel lost. Because you keep reading and there's little things that began to make sense in the same way that there are like little things that don't make sense at all. And you know that the author is somehow presenting you with things that that you are feeling like, okay, I'm going to keep reading because it all is going to make sense. And it does, and it's amazing because you keep on reading. I'm not going to make a big review of this book because I think that the best part of it's how you are thrown into something, and it's like you're grasping for clues because it's like, I don't get what's going on, and you know that that's what the author wanted. So you keep on reading and you try to place yourself in some part of the story, and you try to find one timeline, one voice that makes sense. So you anchor yourself there, and just you begin to piece together all the pieces, and that's amazing because I love when you keep on reading and everything begins to make sense, and you begin to discover things, and all the pieces of the puzzle began to to connect, and that was amazing. And toward the end of the book, you realize that everything had a part, and that it all connects so masterfully. That's what I say, that this book is a masterpiece. We are going to find Harrow in this book, and if you haven't read the first one, just stop because it's going to be full of spoilers of the first book, okay? We are going to find Harrow. She is in the presence of her god. She has achieved leaderhood as she wanted, but it cost the life of Gideon. And we are going to find her in a place where she is presented to us as someone who recognizes that she's insane, that she has been seeing things all her life that no one else has seen. So sometimes she doubts what she's seeing, or what she's, because she doesn't know if it's real or if it's something that is on her mind. So I love seeing this character that in the first book, we saw her as a bitchy character. She was very full of herself, she was, and I love seeing her, well, she's still, sure of herself, and she still has her ego and everything. I love discovering more of this character, all these layers that she has inside herself, where she tells you in a way that she has all those things inside her that doesn't make sense, and that she has to prove herself harder and just live with that and try to make sense of everything that's happening to her and everything. And I love her mastery of necromancy, and I love how she feels and how she is coming a long way from being like this sort of necromantic lesbian nun that she was in the first book, how she's coming to terms with lots of things, with in this book, we are going to see her, you know, she didn't want to be touched, she didn't want to be, but nothing intimate, she doesn't want to shake a hand or something like that. And in this book, we are going to see her going even beyond that boundaries, and I love her a lot. I thought when I finished the first one and what happened with Gideon happened, I was thinking, I don't know. I mean, Harrow is a bitch. She sort of redeemed herself at the ending of the first one, but I was like, okay, I'm going to like her, and I have to say, I love her. This book is amazing, and I don't want to spoil. I don't want to talk about the book a lot because, as I say, it's a moving puzzle and it's amazing. I love how every one of the 3 timelines have their own tone of voice, and I have to say that at the beginning, there's one of those timelines that addresses you directly. It's talking like you did that or you thought that, and I was like, what? But when you are inside the narrative, it works so wonderfully, and when you begin to discover things, it's amazing. And I have to say that Tamsyn Muir, who is the author, has an imagination, an ability of writing like none I have ever seen. When you begin her books, it's like you enter this new universe in which the way of talking, the way of writing, it's completely different from anything I ever seen. And it puts you inside this world, and it's amazing. And if you like the first book, you're going to love this one even more. I'm convinced of that. And I just finished this one. I now need the third one, Harrow the Ninth. I need that. I need to know what's going to happen. I need to be sure of what happened at the ending. I need to expand my knowledge. I need to live again in this world that Tamsyn has created, because these series are amazing. So if you like lesbian necromancers in space, you know, that was the sentence that sold me into this series. If you like characters who keep on growing in front of your eyes, who accept that they are good or evil or in between or nothing, or you know that they have to fight harder, that they are the result of abominations, that they are misplaced, that they are misfits, that they are just where they belong, that they're kings, queens. You have an array of characters, you even have a god. If you like characters that are amazing and fully fleshed and that embrace every part of themselves, the good, the bad, and acknowledge that they are, you know, just the way they are. Doesn't mean that they are perfect, that they are evil, they are God. No, they're just, you know, these characters that keep on growing, that keep on talking to you in a very deep level. If you like books with representation, if you like amazing narratives that are going to trap you, if you like books that defy you to think and to juggle different moving pieces and, you know, to complete a puzzle, and when you end the book you're like, you're going to love this one, so pick this one up. So thank you for watching, and again, sorry for not making a very profound review of what happens in the book, but I think that the best thing you can do in this book is just enter as it is, knowing just little bits like the one in here that doesn't say much, because that's, I think, the magic of this book. So thank you for watching. Bye.